Have you ever felt the need to step away from the noise of the world, to find a quiet moment just for yourself? In a society that celebrates connection and collaboration, the idea of walking alone might seem daunting, even counterintuitive. But what if I told you that some of the greatest minds in history, like Napoleon Hill himself, found their deepest strength in moments of solitude? Hi, I'm here to share with you the transformative power of walking alone, a principle inspired by Napoleon Hill's teachings on personal success. Today, we'll explore how embracing time alone can unlock your potential, spark clarity, and guide you toward your dreams. So grab a cozy drink, settle in, and let's dive into the power of walking alone. 1. Solitude sparks self-discovery. Napoleon Hill once said, "Great achievement is usually born of great sacrifice, and is never the result of selfishness." But sacrifice doesn't always mean giving up material things. It can mean carving out time to know yourself. Solitude allows you to peel back the layers of who you think you should be and discover who you truly are. When you walk alone, you create space to hear your own thoughts, free from the expectations of others. Take Emily, a young graphic designer from Chicago. She was overwhelmed, juggling a demanding job and a busy social life. She felt lost, unsure of what she truly wanted. One day, she decided to take a solo weekend trip to a quiet cabin. With no distractions, she journaled, reflected, and realized her passion wasn't just design. It was storytelling through art. That moment of solitude led her to start a small business creating illustrated children's books, a dream she hadn't dared to pursue before. Solitude gave Emily the clarity to redefine her path. Ask yourself, when was the last time you sat quietly with your thoughts? What might you discover if you did? 2. Walking alone builds resilience. Hill taught us that adversity is a teacher, and solitude is often where we learn its lessons. When you walk alone, you face challenges without leaning on others, which builds an unshakable inner strength. It's in those quiet moments that you learn to trust yourself, even when the path feels uncertain. Consider James, a teacher from London who faced a career setback. After being passed over for a promotion, he felt defeated and doubted his abilities. Instead of seeking constant advice, he started taking long walks alone in the park each evening. In those moments, he reflected on his strengths and realized he didn't need external validation to know his worth. Those walks helped him rebuild his confidence, and within a year he applied for a leadership role at a new school, and got it. Solitude taught James to rely on his own resilience. How could a moment alone help you face a challenge you're carrying? 3. Solitude fuels creativity. Napoleon Hill believed that the mind is a powerful engine for ideas, but it needs quiet to operate at its best. When you walk alone, you give your imagination room to roam, free from the clutter of everyday life. History's greatest innovators often found their breakthroughs in solitude. Think of Thomas Edison, who Hill admired. Edison would retreat to his private laboratory, away from his team, to tinker and think. It was in those solitary hours that he refined ideas like the light bulb. Now let's bring it closer to home. Meet Sarah, a single mother from Sydney. Between raising her kids and working, she felt her creativity was stifled. One evening, she started taking 30-minute walks alone after her kids were asleep. During those walks, she began imagining a blog where she could share her parenting experiences. That spark of creativity, born in solitude, grew into a thriving online community that now supports thousands of parents. Solitude can be your creative spark. What idea might be waiting to emerge if you gave it space? 4. Walking alone clarifies your purpose. Hill's philosophy emphasizes a definite purpose, but finding it requires tuning out the world's noise. Solitude helps you focus on what truly matters to you, not what others expect. When you walk alone, you align your actions with your deepest values. Let's meet David, a software engineer from Seattle. He was successful by all outward measures but felt unfulfilled. During a solo hiking trip in the mountains, he had time to reflect on his life's direction. Away from deadlines and distractions, he realized he wanted to use his skills to help nonprofits. That clarity led him to volunteer his expertise, eventually launching a tech platform for local charities. Solitude helped David find his why. What's your purpose, and how might a quiet moment help you uncover it? 5. Solitude strengthens your intuition. Napoleon Hill often spoke of the sixth sense, an inner guidance system that emerges when we listen to ourselves. Walking alone sharpens this intuition, helping you make decisions with confidence. In solitude, you learn to trust that quiet voice within. Take Anna, a nurse from Manchester. She was torn between staying in a secure job or pursuing a riskier path in medical research. Friends and family offered conflicting advice, leaving her confused. She started taking early morning walks alone, using the time to listen to her gut. Over weeks, she felt a growing certainty that research was her calling. Today, she's part of a team developing life-saving treatments. Her intuition, honed in solitude, guided her to a fulfilling career. When have you trusted your intuition, and what might happen if you listen to it more? 6. Walking alone cultivates independence. Hill believed that true success comes from self-reliance. Walking alone teaches you to depend on yourself, fostering a sense of freedom and empowerment. You don't need to wait for others' approval to move forward. Consider Michael, a college student from Melbourne. He dreamed of studying abroad but hesitated, worried about leaving his friends behind. One summer, he took a solo trip to volunteer in a rural community. The experience of navigating challenges alone, language barriers, unfamiliar places, showed him he was capable of more than he thought. That confidence led him to apply for an exchange program in Europe, a step he might never have taken without that solitary experience. Solitude builds the courage to stand on your own. What step could you take if you embraced your independence? We've just explored the incredible power of walking alone, inspired by Napoleon Hill's timeless wisdom. From sparking self-discovery to strengthening your intuition, solitude is a gift that helps you unlock your potential. It's not about isolation, it's about creating space to grow, reflect, and become the best version of yourself. So, I invite you to try it. Take a walk, sit quietly, or carve out a moment just for you. Reflect on what you've learned today. Maybe it's a new perspective on resilience, a spark of creativity, or a clearer sense of purpose. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how walking alone has inspired you. If this video touched your heart or sparked an idea, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content like this, and share it with someone who might need a little encouragement to walk their own path. Let's keep growing together.